So something happened last night. Something unfortunate. I was going outside setting up to take a time lapse and this happened. There's like 4 other pieces that go here and they are no longer there. Somehow my tripod just kind of started loosening, and so I tried to tighten it a bit and all of a sudden things just popped off. There's a smaller piece inside that broke and I wasn't able to fix it, although I tried. I used some super glue, also didn't work, which is kind of a bummer because I do love this thing. It's been with me for a while now. I took it with me on my trips last year to Scotland and England, and this year to the Caribbean, and just out and about and around. It's sad because I do use this a lot, even though I don't use the flexibility, bendy, like wrap around a tree sort of thing very often. I think I've done it maybe twice, but it's really nice to have. It's really nice for it to be flexible. You can't make it any higher than it is, but you can get as low as you want to the ground with this. And if you're on uneven terrain like I was in Scotland, I had quite a few times where I was trying to take a picture and there were rocks, so I would kind of make one leg longer than the rest. It's a lot handier than my other tripod, which is technically a travel tripod. It's a compact, tiny, like this big tripod, but it extends, but it's a lot flimsier. It's what I'm filming on right now, and just doesn't travel as well, and it's not flexible. It is a very big thank you. You will be missed, but I've already replaced you to the GorillaPod. After I realized that I couldn't fix it, I went straight on Amazon and I actually bought a new GorillaPod. I got the newer and a step up version. I think it's the GorillaPod 3K kit. So it's still got a ball head on it, but it's actually a little bit bigger and a little more rugged than this. I don't want anything huge or heavy, but I needed something that can hold the weight of my Sony a6500 with a heavy lens and a microphone on top. And this was okay at that, like it worked. But if I had a heavy lens on the front, sometimes one leg would just kind of go and just kind of slide, and that stuff happens. Like I'm not mad about it, but if I can fix it with getting a better tripod for the weight, I'm gonna do that. Speaking of camera equipment that has broken on me or failed on me, my Rode Video microphone died. It's not the audio cable because I have another male-to-male cable, but it, like, both cables worked fine with other microphones, just not with the Rode Video Micro. So I ended up getting the Sony branded microphone. I don't know what it's called. So this is my new microphone. It has kind of a long, complicated name, so I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen, probably in this area. And I really like this. It's definitely more low profile on the camera than the Rode Video Micro, especially with the wind muff on. This obviously comes off and you can change the directions, which is pretty sweet. I do appreciate that a lot. Obviously it has the little wind muff, which, this is genius, has a little elastic that stays on. So just in case this kind of comes off in your bag or wherever, it's not gonna just go somewhere and be lost. My Rode one would just come off all the time. The one thing that gets me and I love about this is I don't have to fuss with cables, batteries, turning things on, making sure everything's plugged in, other than making sure this is properly mounted on my camera, because this works with the Sony system, I think it's the NEX and Alpha Systems cameras have a little, I don't know if you can see that in there, but it's called the multi-interface shoe, which basically means that some accessories are able to be powered by the camera and not externally, which is sweet, especially if you're me and forget to make sure everything's super plugged in or turn your microphone on, that sort of stuff. So it makes it really easy for me to take this tiny little cover off, if I can get the cover off. All I have to do is just put the microphone on, wait for the click, click, tighten it, and I'm ready to go. Look how small this is. I feel a lot less ridiculous holding this now in public, whether I'm filming something else and capturing audio or I'm filming myself. I don't really film myself that much outside right now, but I will feel a lot less ridiculous because I won't have that giant puff on the front. And I'm very pleased. This is definitely an upgrade for me, and I'm honestly can't say that I'm mad that my Rode microphone broke at this point. Those are my two camera bit casualties of the last 2 weeks, so that's great. But I will hopefully see you all soon. Hopefully none of my other stuff breaks. Knock on fake wood. My desk isn't real wood. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye.